Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers. It's your brother Elahu Ramadan. Coming to you, brothers and sisters, with that 911, that national security threat to America, brothers and sisters. That national security threat to America. All blacks, black man, black woman, black child. That threat, brothers and sisters, that they're going to be fearing that threat of all black men, black women, and black children. The threat that they will be fearing, brothers and sisters, is because the lie that they have been telling for 76 years dealing with the false Jews in Palestine. And those false Jews are carrying out the sign of the end of their falsehood, the end of their existence. And since they were put there in 1948 to counteract what Master Farad Muhammad, the God who came in 1930 to give us the knowledge of self, to let us know that we were in under an Abraham covenant, a contract with the God, Abraham and his seed, and that we, after our 400 years, was promised in the contract as a reward for submitting to the Edomites, a promised land, a true heaven, a heaven that we can walk into, brothers and sisters. But those that are on our land is not going to give it up easy. So we will leave America through tribulation, through a war zone, through that which has never happened before, brothers and sisters, a war zone that we must and will make it through. We cannot fail. We will not fail, brothers and sisters. We will not fail unless we self-inflict, unless we ourselves self-inflict. We have a new mind that we have to upload. And we have the 5 pillars of Islam. 5 pillars of Islam with a mathematical definition behind them. So we must use our discipline, brothers and sisters, to implement those 5 pillars, because that is our armor to get us through the 150 days of tribulations, them 5 months, brothers and sisters. Unprecedented, meaning we don't know but what will be happening, but we know it'll be a hell. Everyone that'll be against us, everyone. No one will be on our side but ourselves. So the body got to come together. And the head of the body is the Injil. And our 5 pillars is our armor. And discipline is what keeps the 5 pillars as our armor. So not a head on our head will be touched. We have a preview of what the hell is going to look like, brothers and sisters, that's taking place in Palestine. The abomination of desolation. In Matthews 24:15 states, when you see it, brothers and sisters, to flee, to flee to the mountains, brothers and sisters, to flee. So every black man, woman, and child who get this message, who understand that the national security threat to America is every black man, black woman, and black child will be killed on sight. And since the famine and the food and everything, just like in Palestine, brothers and sisters, we get a review of what's coming here in a few more days. This is future news. So if it's future news, we must prepare now. Upload that Injil, brothers and sisters. Prescribe to the messenger of the covenant. Prescribe to those of us who have called ourselves the Injil warriors. Mainly the messenger of the covenant. For he is the one that went into Revelations, brothers and sisters, and lifted those seven seals and revealed or pulled the veil from the Bible. And now everything in the Bible that has to do with us, that gives us that new mind, that gives us the Injil, but we have to upload it. We have to upload it, brothers and sisters. And since we've been thinking from the ways of our enemies for the last 400 years, and our enemy, through the Willie Lynch letter, has used the keys to keep us under control, to keep our thinking under his thinking. So high pressure defeats low pressure. And since we're under the enemy and been under him for 400 years, brothers and sisters, and went to school and start getting in our minds his way of thinking. So we have been under them from the age of 5 to the age we are now. We have been under an enemy, his way of thinking. We have seen his vision, his falsehood, his false religion. His false religion is the one that got us trapped the most, brothers and sisters, because we believe in that with all our heart and soul. And even when we come to give you the Injil, to give you an understanding of what's the opposite of what we've been learning from the enemy, it's so deep in our mind that we reject the truth that's coming to us. We rather die and go to a fake heaven, a heaven that no one has ever seen. Well, we seen it. We seen the heaven that the devil had for us here in America because we paid for it. We go right to the cemetery, pay for a casket, pay for a plot, and then go to it. And that mansion with many rooms is 6 feet under, 6 feet in the damn ground. That's the heaven that the enemy has for us. That's what he done used us at the plantation, at his jobs, brothers and sisters. We work there constantly. And then we so-called retire. We get a sprayed on golden watch, electrical sprayed on, so it looked gold. But after we wear it for a couple of weeks, the sprayed on gold wears off. And it's just like everything else our enemy gave us. It was fake, false. The preachers, the Christian preachers, they go to his school, the theologian school that he set up. Remember, brothers and sisters, in that Willie Lynch letter, he said if those difference that he used that against us, the difference between us, the height, the shade of our skin, the color of our eyes, our statute, if we live in the north, the south, the east, and the west. And the main thing is religion, brothers and sisters. He made sure that he didn't have to do it. He didn't have to, all he had to do was implement it for 1 year. This is what the Willie Lynch letter in states, and we will perpetuate it. Look up the word perpetuate, brothers and sisters, for we have to get into our own thinking. For the time is coming, it's not going to be a good time. It's not going to be good, brothers and sisters. And like I said, so the preachers, every Sunday, I don't go, but every Sunday, those who go to the Christian church go to get a tune up to make sure you're still believing in the falsehood, still believing in them mansions that the God got in heaven, that got plenty of rooms for you, and that milk and honey that you'll be eating all day. And you'll be having the runs. If you eat milk and honey all day, brothers and sisters, it'll be run coming in liquid and going out liquid. No, brothers and sisters, that's not the truth. We have to come into the understanding of who we are and who our enemy is, and that which he has put into our mind, which is self-destruction for us. Self-destruction for us. And then by him raping the black woman for 400 years. Well, now the black woman volunteered marry the devil and produce demons, a black faced white boy that has the mind of his father, but the outside appearance of his mother, which he hates. He hates it, brothers and sisters, because he has the devil mind. He can't understand why he's in a body that look like that which his father has enslaved. And his father used him, and he's been used in him from day one. And once the television came into existence, and then he can put them up in before your face. But before the television, it was the radio program. It's all been a program, brothers and sisters, against the gods, against the angels who was told to submit to the Edomites. That's us. And after our 400 years, we will come out as gods. But he took that from us. He said, God lives in heaven. God had only one son. And that one son, he called him Jesus. And he painted him white and gave him to us. The first ship, Jesus, that came over into the continent that's called Africa by John Hawkins, who stayed among the Africans, the poor ones, and told them that he can make them rich. All they had to do was get on the good ship Jesus. And he rode them straight to South Carolina. And he's the only one that got rich. He sold them. He sold them, brothers and sisters. And then from that time on, every ship went to pick up that load of black gold, the black man and the black woman in the continent that they call Africa. And now we have been spread it out all over the world, brothers and sisters. But we, the ones in the North American wilderness, we submitted to the Edomites. But our reward, 1619 to 2019, 400 years. After the 400 years will come a plague, brothers and sisters, with a GPS. It was going after our enemy in all the nations. It was going after our enemy in all the nations. And the black people that fell under that plague, brothers and sisters, was black face white boys. They couldn't hide. Even though they've been hiding from us, they couldn't hide from the plague that was coming after our enemy. But you ain't seen nothing yet, brothers and sisters. And we ain't seen nothing yet. Because what we're ready to go through, tribulations, is unprecedented. Meaning it has never happened before. But we, if we upload the Injil and the 5 pillars of Islam, the ones that the Christian call the armor of God, the 5 pillars of Islam, we have to master them, brothers and sisters, with discipline. With discipline, brothers and sisters. So the lie of those in Palestine who call themselves Jews but are the synagogue of Satan, and that's who those in Israel are. They are the Satan. They are Satan, brothers and sisters, and they was put in that position by Britain and America. In my presentation, I stated that the reason why Hitler in World War II was burning the Jews, the so-called converted Jews, because of the act in World War I of their betrayal to Britain. They were German Jews living in Germany, and Germany was in a war with Britain in World War I. And the German Jews betrayed, and Germany lost the war. In World War II, the first thing they did was get rid of the traitors. And that's the first thing that's going to go when we in tribulations. The demons, the black-faced white boys and women. You got women demons too. Women demons too, brothers and sisters. But some of them will make it through tribulation because, as was stated, the woman carries the seed. And if the black man shoots his seed in any woman, he makes an original. The devil, he makes other than. So brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers, we got a mission ahead of us that's coming real soon. Future. All we have to do is watch. what's transpiring in Palestine when America and Britain get kicked out and is no longer able to support the lie that they have been supporting for the last 76 years. And then the sign is up, brothers and sisters, that national security threat to America will be broadcast on every platform. And we will be hunted down, brothers and sisters. And those under the Christian faith, you will be devil's shit. Devil's shit, because there won't be any food. And since you still 3/5 of a man lower than the animals, he'll be hunting you because he say, hey, they still 3/5. It says in the Constitution, so they're aidable. And there's plenty of them around. They're sitting around. They don't believe the national security threat of America. They believe in that bullshit that we gave them about that fake dead man, Jesus, that died 2,000 years. They assume that he's going to take care of them. But when you get sick, you go to the damn doctor. You don't go to Jesus. When you get hungry, you go to the store and get some food. Brothers and sisters, sisters and brothers, I'm your brother, Elahu Ramadan, letting you know. But we cannot force you. All we can do is warn you, brothers and sisters, and then your blood is off of our hand. We're not going home to Arabia with your blood on our hand, but our hand will be bloody, because we'll kill everybody that gets in our way on our way to the Red Sea. Any and everybody will fall to their death for interfering, getting in our way. No prisoners, brothers and sisters. We ain't taking no prisoners. We killing on the spot and keep on walking. And your body will be laying there for others to see. And when we get to the Red Sea, it will open up because of the destruction that we have laid in the path as we make our way to the Red Sea. As I came before you, so should I leave you in the peaceful greetings of Assalamu alaikum.